Good morning, students. Myself Kamalnath. I welcome you all in the class of English. Last week we studied chapter 6, Feathered Friend. And this week we are going to discuss all the question answers of the exercise, understanding the text, appreciating the text, and other grammar based questions, that is in grammar and uses and words in use. In grammar and uses, you learn some different topics of grammar that of course gives you the tips how to speak correct English, write correct English, and words in use no doubt makes us aware with some new words, usage of new words, and in this way we will conclude here whole chapter this week, Feathered Friend. I am sure you are all completing everything, you are writing everything in your notebook, and at the same time you are learning them, preparing them well. The story that was Feathered Friend was no doubt interesting one. You must have read how a bird canary helped all the crew members, all the scientists in the space station, those who are working, and how it was useful for St. Olsen to bring the canary in the space. So through the story we have learned here the very specific sense, specific here observation of the bird, and that is what canary, Claribel, and that is what the title given by the writer, Feathered Friend. That is Feathered Friend. So let us start understanding the text, and in this first part of the question answer we have the first question: what were the two things that made Sam's construction job more difficult? Here you have answer. Sam's construction job was in space. We have learned the story. The lack of gravity meant that the construction men would have to execute a skillful ballet mid-space in order to get the girders in their right positions. You know very well how it was difficult job and what was the work of St. Olsen, co-worker of the speaker who is narrating you this story. So it is here Sam's construction job was in the space, and as you know, in the space there is no gravitational force working. So the lack of gravity meant that the construction man would have to execute a skillful ballet mid-space in order to get the girders. That was what pieces of here metals that was here collected and put in the right positions. Making such maneuvers in a space suit was also a challenge for him. It was quite a very challenging task, very difficult task by any person to do in the space. That was done by St. Olsen. But the text suggests that the hard work was as well worth the trouble. At the same time, it was troubling. It was rather satisfying to lean back and admire the job they had so skillfully executed. They did that, and of course they were happy, they were satisfied with their job they had, so that they had to do so skillfully, and they had completed so skillfully, they had executed so well. Question number 2 is, which lines in para 4 and para 6 tell us that Claribel had adjusted well to a space? Claribel, canary bird. You know very well, Claribel was adjusted well to the condition of a space according to the circumstances of the space under which circumstances they were working and the bird was there. As the author note in para 4 by saying that she was not worried. In para 4 and para 6 tells there are some lines that suggest that Clarivale, Canary, had adjusted itself. She had well accustomed now in the space station. She was not worried. She is a canary bird. She was not worried, as most animals would have been, by the absence of gravity. The other animals or birds would have to face difficulty in such circumstances that was so much difficult in absence of gravity, but Canary was not. Canary was not worried. In para 6, the author tells us that she had understood how to use to her advantage in the absence of gravitational pull around with minimum effort. She had also learned how to do her minimum effort in the absence of gravitational pull, doing with her minimum effort how she could use her advantages, her other activities. He says, the speaker says, hanging in the air as motionless as a hummingbird and with much less effort. That these lines also suggest how Clarivale had learned how to live in such circumstances. She did kind of backward loop. I am sure no earthbound canary had ever managed. He had seen how the bird was turning, how the bird was motionless and doing and without any activity and motion. She adjusted to live there. So the another line is there. She did kind of backward loop. I am sure no earthbound canary had ever managed. So these lines suggest very clearly that canary had learned how to live in such in such circumstances, in such just atmosphere. Read para 7 again. Does this paragraph imply that Clarivale was the first word in space? Here the question is, does this paragraph imply that Clarivale was the first word in the space? Para 7 seems to suggest that in space, because otherwise Sen would already know the answer to how a bird would operate in a zero gravity condition. He would be knowing about it if there would have been another bird in the space. So, next question B is, why did Sen not get into any trouble for sneaking a bird on board the space station? Sen didn't get into trouble because there is no rule that explicitly forbids people from keeping pets in a space station. Sen had also been careful about not admitting the ownership of the canary for several days. He had taken the bird. Sen Olsen had brought the bird in the space, but he didn't accept for several days, being asked by the speaker that the bird belonged to him and he had brought the bird in the space. He didn't admit for several days. Another question, sheer scientific curiosity was part of the reason why Sen got Clarivale into the space station. Only scientific curiosity was part of a reason. This was only the reason why Sen got Clarivale into the space station. Based on your knowledge of life on space stations, can you guess what the other reason was? Was there only one reason that he wanted to check here? About a scientific reason, how the bird behaved there, how the bird would exist there. That was the reason St. Olsen wanted to know, or was there some other reason to bring the bird in the space station? Since scientific curiosity was perhaps another reason, that may be also another reason, one of the reasons that makes many people keep pets on earth. People keep here pets on the earth. That is whatever scientific curiosity. This is the desire for the companionship life in a space station is only. One is isolated from friends and family, and most of the recreational activities in the space, we are far away. We are quite alone. We are far away from our friends, from our family, and most of the recreational activities, all the entertainment activities become impossible or difficult to execute in a space station. You know very well this is not possible to really get engaged in any kind of entertainment or recreational activities in the space station. In such a living condition, the singing of a canary and the bright, chirpy presence can enliven the daily life of the astronauts. This might also have been the reason why St. Olsen had brought the bird into the space. So student, today we have this much here, questions and answers that I have discussed to you. There will be some more here in with these questions here in online class to discuss, and rest of the questions of understanding the text and appreciating the text will be included in your next video. So till then, you write down these answers, you learn and keep safe, be healthy. Thank you students.